Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We are on Twitter right now, or well, X, right? X. Because OG Death Knight has just shared the next skill set for the new Chimera boss. At this point, it's definitely a Chimera. Well, maybe that's not its official name, and that's what it is. Here you go, folks. Inside scoop. It's a skill set. Blah, 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 blah. Let's check it out. The lion form. In fact, let me actually open this in a new tab and see if we can like zoom in. There we go, and read it a bit more easily. Nice. So the lion form of the new clan boss, right? This Chimera boss. Let's go through the abilities. So number 1, Annihilation Claw, the default attack. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit, 50% chance of placing True Fear for 1 turn. So 75% total overall. Following the initial attack, has a 80% chance of repeating this attack against a new target. Will repeat the attempt against all remaining targets. The chance to repeat the attack lowers by 20% against each subsequent target, and the damage inflicted by each successful repeated attack is decreased by 10%. Man, so this, I heard you guys like some RNG in your runs, right? You like some randomness. This could be rough. So like he's definitely attacking one person twice. Then he's an 80% chance to attack a second person, 60 to attack a third, 40 to attack a fourth, 20, and so on. I don't know how many people we're going to have on our team for this fight, but a pretty good chance it's going to hit multiple targets. Could be really nasty. Now, the damage does go down a little bit with each hit, but this could easily like pop around your team. I guess the order it's going to choose is going to be random as well. Yeah, pretty rough. Shred Reality, the A2, attacks one enemy 3 times. First hit puts decreased defense for 2 turns. Second hit puts weakened for 2 turns. Oof, debuffs placed by this skill will ignore any block debuffs buffs. That's rough. The third hit does debuff spread, taking decreased defense and weaken, and putting them on all enemies except the initial target. Oh god, then attacks all enemies except the initial target if they're under decreased defense or weaken. Increases the new clan boss's turn meter by 5% for each debuff placed and spread by this skill. That is brutal. Okay, I know he ignores block debuffs here, but clearly you really want... that's the big theme for this boss. Like, block debuffs is absolutely mandatory pretty much for every form, and you want to have it up like 100% of the time. I think that has been a consistent thing, and preferably a protected block debuffs as well to cover all 3 forms. But you really want block debuffs in everyone. So yeah, one of your targets is going to get triple hit. That's going to be brutal, right? To get decreased defense, then weaken, and then a third hit as well. That is really nasty. That's going to absolutely shred people apart. You're going to want strengthen, ally protection, shields, that sort of stuff. Maybe even like unkillable or something. I don't know. You're going to want stuff to try. Block damage might be important to try to stay alive, because this is going to do so much damage, most likely. And you definitely want block debuffs. You do not want this debuff threat happening. Putting decreased defense weaken on your whole team and then attacking them. That's going to just destroy. Plus, he's also getting turn meter. So yeah, you're going to want block debuffs. Atomizing Roar attacks one enemy. Before attacking, removes any decreased attack, decreased crit rate, and decreased crit damage debuffs on the new clan boss. Wow. The old decreased crit damage buff, debuff, extremely useful. They just have to reduce its power somehow. I'm wondering if this boss does have like, 50% or 100% crit rate or something crazy, so that you do quite want decreased crit rate. I'm guessing maybe I think Shogun has 50%. So I wouldn't be shocked. But yeah, he's going to remove all of that stuff before attacking. Ignores 50% of the target's defense. Ignores an additional 10% defense for every debuff removed by this skill. Ouch. Gives an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. If the initial target survives, attacks all other enemies. Does damage equal to 50% of the damage inflicted by the initial attack. Though this attack cannot be critical. That's still going to do a huge amount of damage. Yeah, rough. These are all the skills. So really massive single target damage. Actually, you know what's going to be really good as well? Taunt. Like having someone with taunt that is tanky and protected by strengthens and shields and ally protection to reduce all this damage is going to be pretty important. Now, the A1 is going to be a bit random. But yeah, it's a nasty boss. It's just a lot of single target damage. And if he kills anybody, the boss just starts going crazy. So very scary stuff, actually. He's got the Unholy Metamorph. Again, transforms into the ultimate form, removes all buffs and debuffs. They've all had that, and we don't know how it works. Predator's Feast. He's actually not got that many passives. Predator's Feast, then. At the beginning of the new clan boss's turn, places a Hunter's Gaze debuff on the enemy with the highest defense for 3 turns. Cannot be blocked or resisted. What does it do? Don't know. Whenever Hunter's Gaze debuff is removed from an enemy, instantly activates the Annihilation Claw skill against that enemy. I want, like, will he just keep replacing it on the same person, or will he put it on, like, your number 1 high defense champion, and then next turn, oh, they still got 2 turns of it left or whatever, I'll put it on the next one. Not sure. We also don't know what Hunter's Gaze does. Maybe it's like a taunt sort of thing, like he will target that person. Maybe he will always be throwing his big damage moves at your highest defense champion. Don't know. I mean, it's a little bit rough if that is the case, because you have to build someone with high defense, perhaps. But then the boss is ignoring defense anyway, and he's putting decreased defense. Like, if he is always targeting your highest defense person, I guess it's decent, but it's not going to help you all that much either. Interesting, but maybe you can bait it, maybe, don't know. Then we've got the final passive, Almighty Lion, which I think is the exact same. Basically immune to all crowd control debuffs and blah, blah, blah. Basically everything like that. Yeah, again, the damage caps are all the same. Oh, this is new. We've got something new. Will receive 5 times more damage from reflect damage buffs, pain link debuffs, and reflect damage effects. Okay, that's massive, actually. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, now reflected damage cannot exceed 100,000 HP, but it's still going to be very strong. So that's interesting. Now, Pain Link is super rare. There's only, I believe, only Gizmak, the mythical, can do it, but I expect more Pain Link champions. Reflect damage definitely doesn't get much love in the game. It's interesting to see that become more powerful as well. I guess it's just going to make it easy to reflect damage back. Boss might be really fast as well. I don't know. That's interesting, though. So I love this. I think this is cool. Reflect damage is a bit of a meme. It's not super useful. It's nice to see it being buffed. Is a little bit funny that it needs to do 5 times more damage to be useful. But there you go. At least it might be useful. So yeah, this boss, what's it seem all about? Looks like you're going to be trying to set up some sort of, like, maybe perhaps a taunt tank, or perhaps this Hunter's Gaze is going to let you choose someone to be the tank. You're going to be looking to protect them. Probably lots of healing, probably single target cleansing. You know, like a Cythalia might be kind of nice, just spamming her A2 on your tank. I'm probably trying to protect them with, like, strength and ally protection. Reflect damage looks like it's strong. Pain Link should be very good. Like, you would think that Gizmak sort of stands out. Form 2, what's he do? Form 2 Gizmak puts Pain Link on an enemy that can't be removed, resisted, or blocked. Reflects a ton back. Ignores defense, puts taunt and unkillable on him and ally protection on everybody else. Gizmak literally seems like a god. That's a 3-turn cooldown as well. Gizmak seems like a god for this boss, doesn't he? Pain Link, reflecting it all back, that does 5 times more damage. He's got taunt and unkillable, so the boss will always target him, and he can't even die. The boss doesn't seem to ignore it. And then if the boss starts doing his A1 and hitting random people, Gizmak is giving you ally protection, right? This boss honestly seems like you pull Gizmak, put a buff extender, and I guess you can't extend taunt, but I don't know, maybe someone with a bit of cooldown reduction, right? I don't know, even like a Pain Keeper reduces cooldown and just do this every 2 turns. I don't know, something like that could be kind of nuts. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. I think that's everything we got from the lion form. We could take a quick look at the comments. So what do we think? Are there any comments even on this, or we're too fast? We're too quick. No comments on it. Let me know what you think. I will throw all this information up on hellhades.com. You can check. We've got articles on the other 2 forms as well. I'm guessing we might hear about another form maybe tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. But I'd be expecting... There's clearly this ultimate form information we still need to get. I'm wondering if that might be it. It might be 3 forms and then the ultimate form. This seems like almost impossible. If you're fighting multiple forms at the same time, honestly, this seems almost impossible. It's hard to judge. I'm very curious how the forms come together, and the ultimate form, how does that all come together? What does it do? Very curious. Will there be an ultimate form for each individual form as well? I think there might be. We'll find out. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.